And we are live. I didn't
Oh, hey, it's so good to see you.
I didn't send a message about my belly in the scam. No one's gonna know I'm my secret stream.
It's me, Mario!
No one's gonna know. Probably should.
A runabout?
What?
I'll steal it.
Ah,
No
whatever.
one will ever
Ah,
know. Here, I'll do it for you.
Okay, I trust you. Go do it for me.
Okay, I will.
I will.
Can I write about the diaper crinkling, or should I refrain?
Do what you want.
I won't. I won't. I don't even know you guys.
Ooh.
How do I do the thing where the link is clickable? I actually don't know.
Clickable. You put the like less than, greater than things over it.
That's it?
Around it, sorry. So it's like, yeah.
Okay. Oh, it has to be a full URL, right? Okay, I figured it out.
How do I get where I want to go?
Mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished. Did I do this one? There's not really a way to tell, I think.
Dude, it's Sky Peak Forest.
Wait, do you have audio on the stream?
I did for a sec.
What's strong with you? I don't think I did this one, but I also did do over 40 of them the other night, so I don't know. I'm so close to finishing the Star Revenges.
At what point did this become a commitment?
The very beginning.
Really? This is a thing you set out to do, like,
Yeah,
all along?
yeah. I started with like Star Revenge 0, which is like the first in the chronology. Well, okay. Technically, my first Star Revenge was 6.25, which I didn't finish. I got like roughly 200 stars and then like didn't finish. But oops. Sorry, I can't think. I think I understand. Okay, anyway. Yeah, so I played that in like 2021, and then 2023 I'm like, maybe I should just do them all. And so that's when I started streaming them. And it was instantly like, yeah, I'm going through them all. Wait, what number was that? I didn't look.
So, what hooked you?
Hooked me? Bold assumption.
Well, I mean, sometimes you talk about this like it's your job.
What?
Like, oh, I gotta go beat this piece of shit game.
Yeah, pretty much. Does that answer your question? I don't recognize this one. Wait. Pretty sure I did that. Do I recognize the next one?
I'm just curious why you committed to this, like, in particular.
Because there are a lot of them, and I was like, I don't know, maybe it would be neat.
Okay.
to,
I'm
like,
saying all this at the risk of sounding like I'm accusing you of doing something bad, but...
You are.
Well, that's because you are a felon.
I'm a fellow. Damn. I should probably do this one just to be 100% sure.
Wow, this receipt has a trans ID.
What?
They've got me pegged.
I don't think that's the term.
Yeah, but it makes you sound like Serpico when you say it, so whatever.
What does that mean?
It means you're like, I've got you crooked cops on the ropes now. I'm working on the inside.
Cops are not crooked.
They're straight as an arrow.
They're so cool and protect people. I love the cops.
I always found it funny how, like cop, I assume is a term of negative, but it's just like what everybody says anyway.
What if it's what I says anyway?
Here we go!
Like crazy.
Dude, I suck.
Alright. I feel like I'm doing my taxes right now.
Why?
Because I've got a bunch of receipts in front of me and I'm typing in numbers and writing numbers.
Why?
I feel like I'm paying a credit card bill.
Why?
God damn it.
What's going on?
I'm making my pen work. I'm shaking it. Look, you were the one who hired me to do this job. Don't complain when there's a little bit of riffraff.
What are you doing?
I was filling out a survey so I can get $3 off.
What led to this happening right now?
Because I'm about to go there in like an hour. And I want
Tell me you
$3
were
off.
leaving.
Sorry.
You need to tell me everything, Jan.
I just figured since it's close to when you're going to bed.
You don't know that I'm not gonna marathon the rest of this hack?
Please do. I want that.
I might.
Please talk shit.
I can only do one thing at a time. I can't do both of those.
Please skip the tutorial and then get mad when you don't know what the buttons do.
I'll do you one better. I'll play the tutorial while talking to my friend and retain none of the information and get mad about things that I was explicitly taught.
Put that on reddit.com/r/.
Game
IRL.
Grumps.
You know, I've heard of that actually.
Game Grumps?
Is that the collaboration channel between Ego Raptor and JonTron?
Remember that one time that you mentioned how the former had like said, I don't want to be called Ego Raptor anymore. And then you were like, people always call him Ego Raptor while they're saying like, oh, Ego Raptor doesn't want to be called this anymore. And I find that weird.
Yeah.
This
it
wasn't
is
meant to be like a real call out. I just thought that was amusing. Because I happened to remember it. But also you do have like the built-in defense that you were pretending it's like 2012 or whatever.
Remember when Ego Raptor was on the Tester Season 3?
I don't know what that is.
It was a reality show that you could only access through the PS3 PSN TV.
Damn.
And it was just a stupid elimination reality show thing where you do stupid survivor games. But the winner... Get this. The winner got the privilege to become a playtester at EA or some shit. Which you can just do by walking in.
Walk into the CEO's office and say, I don't mind being exploited. And I can play games and send you like notes about them and stuff. And they'll be like,
what ended up happening was Aaron like had already had experience with like reality show bullshit, and so he like wasn't during like interviews and everything, he wasn't giving the interviewers like the words that they
Hello?
wanted. He
Oh
was
my
talking
God.
very carefully.
hello, Rona.
Whoa.
So the producers hated him and then they kicked him off really quick.
For real?
Yeah.
That's
Roman, do you
huge.
remember the Tester?
Wait, before that,
The
Rona,
tester?
you're on my stream. I'm streaming.
Hello.
No one's here, I think, but yeah.
Hello.
YouTube would love Ronan. Anyway, sorry.
How you guys doing? How was
The
your
tester-
days?
It was a reality show on PSTV. Let's watch.
What was that?
That was the TV turning on when I pressed the button on the remote.
Like the MTV TV.
It's like, yeah, it's like the HBO, like when it says HBO Productions at the beginning. Like,
I'm Kiwi.
how's it going, Roman?
I'm doing good. I'm doing alright.
Any
For-
more stories about people with credit card debt?
No.
Ronan,
Same
give
old,
us
same
a
old.
2-sentence horror story. Straight from your
A
bowels.
2 cents horror story?
Yeah. 2-sentence.
Straight from my bowels. I ordered Chipotle one night. Hey, fuck, this is hard.
I ordered Chipotle one night. Oh, fuck, this is hard.
I guess so. I gassed my family. I don't know. My family's dead.
It's not subtle at all.
Wait, Roman, you do the first sentence and then I'll do the second sentence.
Okay. I woke up covered in sweat.
Which was really weird because it was evil sweat.
Which was really weird because I had all those tubes hooked up to me to suck all the sweat away. Sorry, I'm writing fan
Can't say I'm
fiction.
really scared. I'm not quaking in my boots over here. You need to do a better job.
Damn. Rona, what game are you?
Hello.
Game release, Billy, are you looking forward to the most?
Are
Are there
what am I
any?
looking forward to? Obviously, if I'm not thinking of anything, like nothing, obviously. But if like residually, I guess GTA 6. I guess I don't even think it's a real video game, so I don't really give a fuck.
It's vaporware.
Probably. I should be saying Monster Hunter Wilds. That game isn't real. That game's definitely vaporware. That's not real.
Not out.
I'd like to be
Or
playing
something?
that. No, it isn't.
Oh,
Can't even buy it. Even if you do, it can't exist on your system.
damn. DRM's getting rough.
And you gotta do what they gotta do, you know?
De Nouveau 2.
Duo Nuvo. Wait, no, that's not. Oh yeah, that works. I think. No, kinda.
Kinda.
Me.
But-
This is me alone in the boardroom talking to myself.
Denuvo is an indie project after all. Made by a single man.
Small indie team.
The most downvoted 2-sentence horror from 26 days ago only is I looked at my friend and asked,
fresh.
why so serious? He was still terrified from after I turned him into a woman at our sleepover using black magic.
Wait, Terrafried?
And I just said it's stupid.
Okay.
Why is
On
that the most
accident.
downvoted one? Because it's like, it's too transgender.
Maybe there's just so much like hate, or maybe it's more like on that subreddit, downvotes are actually a good thing. You actually want more downvotes than you do upvotes.
I'm sure that's how a lot of people treat it. Since they became a meme. People are just like, I need to post garbage here. Get so many downvote for funny. Call me gay, but I don't get 2-sentence horror as like a serious thing.
Yeah, me neither.
It
The
seems like
existence of 2-sentence horror is just there to prove that you can't write a horror story in 2 sentences, no matter how hard you try.
No, come on, the top comment has to actually like be piss-inducing, right?
The top one, which I've heard before, is all my life my parents have told me not to open the basement door, but I got curious and disobeyed them. What is that glowing ball in the sky and why does it hurt my eyes?
Oh, what the fuck?
for real?
40,000 upvotes.
40,000?
Is that like a meme one? How is that the top
No, it's
one?
it's not a meme. It's that she was
I
in the
understand it.
basement.
I understand it. It's just
Came out of the
really
basement.
lame.
Yeah, it's lame because you can't make a 2-sentence horror story.
You
It's
can
not
do-
possible.
Better than that.
I don't think we can. I think we really reached the limit here.
You can do better than that.
She said last time, we're stuck in a time loop, which really pisses me off because that's what she said last time. We're stuck in a time loop.
That's just funny.
That's not horror. That's just silly.
Surely that one has to be a meme.
That's 32,000 upvotes.
Two sentence like shit posts. I'm a fan.
Some of these aren't even horror, they're just like sad.
Maybe being sad is horror for the right type of person.
So good.
What?
It's like funny, and it's also just kind of embarrassing to like read these. Like this one is battery at 1%. I looked at Earth one last time before my suit ran out of power.
Like there's no nuance to that.
Yeah. And then I died.
Instantly.
They even format it like a punchline because you have to expand it for the second sentence.
You have to expand it because it's a knock-knock joke and you're supposed to like guess what the punchline is. Yeah. Do you think Carl will show up?
Carl Weezer?
No. My enemy, Carl. Carly Brown.
Oh.
There's a whole video on my channel about him.
Oh, like Charlie Brown.
Yep. Except, Carly Brown.
Gotcha.
Yeah. There's also no E at the end of Charlie, Carly. How would you feel if you spent 6 years crafting up your 2-sentence horror story magnum opus, and someone laughed about it on a Mario 64 Red Coin Simulator stream?
I'd say, well, at least I'm not doing that.
Are you trying to tell
I would
me
already
this
know it's
isn't
perfection.
amazing? What was that?
If I made it, I would already know it was perfection. I wouldn't need other people's approval for it. I just knew it was perfect.
Is there like 2-sentence happiness?
Two-sentence
The
happiness?
punchline makes you rush with dopamine.
The girl grabbed her belly. Wow, I'm so fat now, she says.
Especially because she was on the moon.
You fucked it up.
That was 3 sentences.
No, it was a run-on sentence. There was all
No.
one sentence. Now, Roman, do the second sentence.
And also, I had $1 million.
Who?
Yeah, the narrator's just bragging.
Quite incredible.
I want to make a post on r/Super Smash Bros. Melee about how Falco should be nerfed and then end it with. Also, I make $100,000 a year.
Don't even do that. Just make the post and then just attach like a picture of your pay stub, and it's just like $500,000 a year. Just completely don't even address it.
Oh. Wait, what? Is this Reddit's April Fool's joke? If you click the random button, like a random subreddit button, it says this subreddit has been banned for being unmoderated. Banned 2 years ago. At first, I thought it just took me to a banned subreddit, but I'm on r/random, which is like the shortcut to go to random subreddit.
What?
Yeah. Kiwi, last stream maybe you were talking about like some such and such was a choice, was like a thing from co-hosts that you looked back upon fondly.
Yeah.
I had one of those too. I hated when people would say webbed site. I don't know why.
I see. One of those for co-host? Question mark.
Yeah, that felt like a co-host thing to me.
A site you didn't use.
I went on there sometimes. Never had an account though. Because I'm not gonna sign up for some evil company's website.
Faces Corporation.
Yeah.
I'll stick to indie sites like Blue Sky, please.
No, Blue Sky is centralized too. Blue Sky co-hosts all these social media sites, except for the one true. Whatever.
One true. Twitter?
Actually, wait. No, Blue Sky is decentralized. Whatever. I don't actually care. I remember seeing a thing on Mastodon that was like, co-host is just like all these other social media sites, and that the company is just saying, trust us, we're not evil, wink.
I have like almost exclusively heard bad things about Mastodon.
All I know is that it's not that user-friendly.
That's one of the bad things I've heard a lot of times. And then
I think
like
you have to use the
programmers
trace
are like,
style.
well, it's actually really simple, which is
Yeah.
never trustworthy.
Derek still doesn't understand GitHub, and he's still pissed about it.
It does suck, to be fair.
It does. It's true.
Yeah, it sucks for end users. But you'd think he'd like have figured it out by now.
I think you would stop being a stupid dummy. That's what you're saying. About your own acquaintance.
What do you mean end user? What are you committing on GitHub, motherfucker? What are you submitting? Oh yeah.
I am an end user.
Satoshi's Challenge?
I used GitHub for my fighting game we made in 2019. And that was like it.
And Satoshi's Challenge?
And that. Which Kiwi abandoned.
Yep.
gonna say if it's still up, you should check to see if anybody's made any like.
I think it's private. We would have to like. That'd be funny actually if you went and there's like an. Will you approve my push for I made the whole game?
How kind.
No, I don't think I will.
Go fuck yourself. Hashtag don't be evil. That's
60
Reddit's motto
stars.
or something.
I've gotten 15 stars. Wow.
No, wait, that's Google's thing. Wait.
What's Google's thing?
Their like motto or whatever is don't be evil.
Is it or was it?
It was at one point.
Yeah. I feel like it's not anymore. In fact, I'm pretty sure. I think I know that it's not. Specifically because I remember someone bringing up like the prospect of, like, say you have a little business or community space or something that's like radical or whatever, having a sign out front that's like the FBI has never visited this place, and then like removing that if that ever happens, such that you're technically not saying that they visited, but you know. Anyway, yeah. I think I've only heard of that concept because someone was bringing it up. Like, I doubt they were, I don't remember well enough. Hopefully they're not like, I don't know how to explain my thoughts right now. Never mind. Whatever.
Alphabet Holdings is gonna sue your ass.
For what? Revealing that the FBI visited them?
For insinuating that Google is, you know,
An organization.
for profit.
No. Google would never be for profit. They're for good of humanity.
For kids.
For kids, Sonic voice actors are the worst.
Yeah yo, yeah yo. Yeah yo, yeah yo. Don't give it up, Kiwi. Don't give it up, Roman. Don't give it up, Dum Dum.
I'm scared.
Fucking hate Dum Dum.
You're like the fucking Scrappy Doo of this show. You know what? Cancelled. Cancelled.
What's happening?
I said Gum Gum, by the way.
Yeah, whatever.
That's the opening of One Piece, the 4Kids version. You never heard of Yayo Yayo?
No,
Not even for a sec.
no. I don't do anime.
Roman, talk about anime.
Ronan, please call out all the lurkers in chat. All of them. There are 300 of them. I get so many viewers.
Great job.
Thanks. I think we scared him. One of just a scared little guy.
watch like 5 seconds of Sonic X at some point because the audio mixing is shocking.
Uh-oh.
It's like somebody like stopped talking and then the music like gets compressed to be as loud as they were immediately.
And then you should watch another 10 seconds to see that the show just fucking sucks. But I'm not entirely convinced about that. I need to go back and watch Sonic X again, because there's a chance that the Roman who was watching that was just being a cynical little asshole.
Kiwi.
If you're not aware, Kiwi, there's a lot of different Romans.
That makes sense. There's a lot of kiwi. Sorry, did you make a noise? I don't know why I worded it that way.
They should have it so if you die, you have to start from the beginning of the whole game.
Really?
Jesus Christ, Sonic fans were eating so fucking good with this show, man.
Sonic X?
Yes.
How?
It's 78 episodes of just
The best
gooning
television
over
ever
Sonic?
written.
Yeah.
Is it better than 24?
With Jack Bauer? No.
Is it better than The Wire?
With Jack Bauer? No.
Who the fuck is Jack Bauer?
You'll
What
learn
do you mean
when
who
you're
the fuck
older.
is Jack Bauer? That's Big Boss.
Yep. It's true.
Don't give it a big boss. Don't give it a... I don't know.
Look at this. Ugh.
Is that the pleading eyes?
I think so.
Have you guys come across like any good April Fool's jokes today? I haven't seen. I actually just haven't seen any. When I woke up this morning, I was looking up. I wasn't looking up. I was finding like thumbnails for this news channel I'm subscribed to, and I couldn't tell if they were supposed to be April Fool's jokes or not. And I figured it wasn't because it was like bombing in Yemen kills like 500 kids. And I was like, I don't think they would joke about that. I
Yeah,
don't know.
strange April Fool's joke.
Is it really 500 children?
It wasn't even Yemen. It wasn't even a bomb.
Okay. Was it children?
It wasn't even real. It didn't even happen.
Oh my god.
What is Glyphica?
Yeah, a roguelike deck builder.
Wrong.
Huh?
What is Glyphica?
Lithica?
Yeah, it says you were playing it.
Lithica.
Typing survival.
Oh, it was it's like House of the Typing. It's like Typing of the Dead, but it's not. It's like like a roguelike typing thing. I thought it looked
I
pretty cool.
knew it.
Why is everything a roguelike?
Infinite gameplay.
Play Minecraft.
Efficient on design load. Design workload, rather. I would imagine is a major reason. Like, the ratio of design work to potential playtime is surely like wild.
Yeah, I've thought about that, and it makes me wonder if they'll actually make roguelikes, just make it so like it's a game that they can play. Partially. Not the whole reason. I mean,
Perhaps.
you'd figure someone would make a game they would want to play.
Imagine having made Llama Lana. How do you evaluate what you're doing?
What do you mean?
Like, how do you evaluate anything that you're doing if you make Llama Lana? Like, you're three idiots in your little bedrooms making that game for years in like early 2000s. It's all about like puzzles and exploration. Like what? You know,
Aren't
like
you also trying to make Llama Lana?
I've like gotten nowhere. So
Nice. I hope that came across correctly.
it did. It did because I'm really offended and sad.
I think I have to go now. Bye.
Bye, I think you said. So bye. It's you and me, Ronan.
Look,
What?
I was actually meaning to play Llama Lana.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
How
Just because
come?
I hear it being hyped up so much, I'm just like, oh.
Who's hyping it up?
What do you mean, you two?
Oh, I thought you meant like others.
No, I hadn't heard about it until you guys started talking about it.
That makes sense. Yeah, it's been my favorite game for 9 years.
Oh, mackerel.
Yeah. You're not even that old yet. One day you'll understand.
Whoa. Whoa.
What? You okay?
I tried to alt enter on the game and it just made Windows sounds at me, and then I tried to go to settings and it hit me with music.
Wait, which game?
Llama.
You're just playing it right now?
Yeah, I have free will. I think.
Well, I thought when you said like you were meaning to play it, it was like, oh, I'll get to it someday.
Yeah, it's one of those things.
Do you have like, do you know what Steel at all?
It's a deal. I know nothing about it.
Okay,
I know it's like puzzles and like genie riddles.
yeah, I don't want to say much, but like, have some sort of method to write things down. Like, a lot of things.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. That's why I have a tablet. 1 second. I dropped it the other day. I cracked the screen on it. I was so sad.
Dang.
Oh. Where is it? Okay, this is charged. He's right. Damn.
What?
This is worse than I thought it was.
Oh. I see.
Does it have controller support?
Yes. I think it has D input support. As well as like X input.
That's cool. You know, D comes right after X.
It's true.
Ugh.
What's wrong?
Trying to move around my room. The part where all the wires are.
Oh.
Oh shit, where's the pen? Ooh, the music's groovy, kind of spooky. Is like the ooh? Does that sound like a? That's what they call it, an Enderman. What? A theremin?
I don't know.
I need to find that. Is Chinatown?
I think that unlocks when you beat the game, so you don't worry about it.
Do that today.
Sure. I think Jam has like 80 hours in that game or something. And I would estimate that she's like 2/3 of the way through. Or so. For reference. What is this?
Dot by dot. Game has better graphics options than Sonic games.
How so?
I think when you start up like a Sonic game and you go to options and you want to change like anything, I think you only can change like gamma,
Weird.
and then maybe that might not even work. Oh shit. Oh, I'm a lady, my hat when I'm coming down from the air, that's sick. I'm stuck.
I'm stuck, I need a guide.
with these kids?
Doesn't do anything. But arguably, yes, you can.
Cowards. This tent was a lot smaller on the outside.
Here we go!
What am I looking at?
What are you looking at?
I don't know. I'm sorry.
Make sure to ask your Google Assistant.
What?
Make sure to ask Gemini.
I love AI.
I actually, I miss my Google Assistant so much because I could turn it on and I'd be like, hey, can you wake me up at 6 a.m. tomorrow? And he'd be like, yeah, Robert, I can do that for you. And he would kiss me on like my forehead and then like sing me a lullaby at night.
Tuck
And
you
then
in.
fucking Gemini comes along and I'm like, hey, can you set an alarm for 6 a.m.? And it's like, well, you know,
Alarms were
time was
invented like
invented.
6 years ago.
Yeah. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? I just want to go to bed.
AI is so revolutionary. I hate the, like, what a loathsome trend that is. Can't believe it didn't die like a year ago.
It's also funny how we're still like, I think, it was like 15 years in, and if you try to ask it to go to your settings, it's just like, no, you can do that. Like, yeah, thanks, asshole. I know. I'm asking you. You just can do it. Take me directly to the setting I need. It's like, oh no, you can do it. Oh, thanks.
It's nice to have someone who believes in you.
Actually, yeah, maybe it's like a motivation thing. Maybe.
Yeah. It's getting you to take the reins in your life.
Okay, let's get started. And wait. Still not charged. The software I made myself only receives incoming emails from me.
What if I gave you software like that?
I would be like, gee, thanks. I imagine you would use it for like earthquake warnings or something.
I suppose so.
And every time there'd be an earthquake, I'd be like, oh, I would scramble for the laptop. And then after it happened, I'd see that you warned me. I'd be like, thank you.
Well,
Yeah, I have to take this. The game should have like an in-game notepad where you have to like, go like letter by letter. like a scrolling kind of like a. You know how like you enter in your name in like an arcade game, and you have to scroll through the letters. It should be like that. You have to do that just to make a sentence.
That's horrible. Would it have like T9?
Yeah.
Oh, fancy.
I don't have any fucking money.
Then get some.
Gold in the mail. Holy shit! You can buy a gun.
Yeah, didn't think this game was epic, did you?
No, it didn't.
Now you
It has
understand.
depth of field.
Depth of field?
Yeah, because the objects in the foreground are blurry.
I don't actually recall what you're referring to.
Yeah, you have to be, game designer like this, so if I notice these things.
Ah, yeah.
You broke, fool. Jesus Christ. I'm just checking out the merchandise. This game reminds me so far of like Braid. Kind
so?
of, and just how like the movement kind of feels. I might just be remembering it wrong, but there's something about the movement. And the environment's just a little bit. Oh my god!
What happened?
Fucking bird just came down and destroyed me.
Yeah.
So I need that gun.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a wall.
Wow, this one is horrible.
Oh!
That wouldn't even work. There's no way I'm getting that. That's horrible.
Oh, nice. Is there a sprint button?
There is not.
Where's my stamina?
Stamina.
Oh, Minecraft song. Can't read. Motherfucker can jump. I think I've come across one of the note-taking.
Here we go!
Damn, they still make Tamagotchis?
What?
They're still selling these things.
Uh,
With the updated logo.
How did this come up?
I went on Amazon,
Dang.
see if I could find a screen replacement, with screen protector replacement. And as soon as I open, I am greeted with two things: Tamagotchi for 20% off, and Mary XD Chubby Blob Seal Pillow. Cotton plush animal toy cute ocean mediums, 17.6 inches.
Damn. 17.6. Damn.
They put a baby to scale. I'm not sure that's accurate, because the baby is huge.
How big? If that's like 17.6 inches or whatever, calculate the baby.
I'm not calculating this fucking baby. Oh my god, it looks better in the pictures.
What?
Look at this. Oh, I'll post the pictures.
Ooh,
I
these
can't
are
believe they actually
funniest
just
shit I've
showed
ever
a
seen.
video. Can you take a picture on my phone? God, I feel like I'm a fucking old man. Okay.
Oh, I suck. I should stop streaming, maybe. After this star, probably. And then I can watch you play La Mulana for a little bit and then go to bed.
Oh, great.
Or should I commit to beating this game? This session? Since Jam
Just stay
also
up till
wanted
it's
me
done.
to. What do I need to do?
Okay. Here, before you contemplate that, here's the problem. Here's what the fucking store page looks like, and this is just the reality. Which is fine, but why offer that to me?
Maybe that's just after someone sat on it and squished it down. You ever think of that, Ronan?
I think that's just how it comes naturally.
That's how they come in the wild.
Mm.
Where's the baby? Show me the picture with the baby.
Okay, 1 second. Also post the official dimensions. You can do the math.
This is dumb. I'm waiting.
It takes a while. I gotta print out the photos and then scan them and then put them on my USB stick and then take them over to the computer.
Transfer them to a floppy. Mail the floppy to me. That's like slightly post baby. Also, it looks extraordinarily photoshopped in. No, it definitely isn't, because it's literally the same, like, PNG that's in the Dimensions one.
No, that's just a massive baby.
Anyway, the thing, like, okay. Never mind. I don't feel like making my argument. So yeah, about whether or not to continue this forever. What's your opinion?
Are you enjoying yourself?
Uh, you know,
Don't be
like,
too sure now.
thing is, right? You don't know what I'm playing, I think.
It's Mario, right? Super Mario Brothers.
Yes. Not Brothers. 64. ROM hack. But this one is just... There are a bunch of... There are like 99 generally star-shaped flat platforms that you collect 7 out of 8 red coins on. It's just 99 of those. And if you're ever on, like, there's only one color of the ground that you can stand on, the rest just kills you instantly. So you have to, like, stay on certain colors. And that's the whole game. It's just a bunch of those.
Okay.
So... it's very repetitive. And playing it... oh no. And playing it means I can't watch you play Granblue. Oh no. Which isn't a real point
It's a hard
because
decision.
I will be going to bed pretty soon anyway. What?
It is a difficult decision.
True.
Okay, fuck it. I'll find this screen protector there. Let's just write shit down. Holy shit, my handwriting sucks.
Why it look like this?
How fucked is like white handwriting on a black background?
I don't know.
Or is that okay?
It seems like it's probably acceptable to me. I don't have any moral qualms with that.
I think you should.
Why?
Just because.
Oh. Okay. I'm on it, sir.
Dear God, my note-taking skills are non-existent. I'm already fucking up.
How so?
I did Argus, and then I did like 2 little like arrows pointing out descriptors of like blue body covered in eyes. And I want to do like weak to serpent staff. And it just looks like fucking nonsense.
I see.
But it's okay, as long as I understand it.
This is true.
The controller's not working. Oh, there we go. I just had to leave. Please, La Mulana, read the sign, please.
Llama Lana, read that sign.
I hit the pause button. I thought he was like doing the Dougie.
Incredible. Ronan,
Hello.
what's your biggest, strongest held political belief?
My biggest
Yeah.
political belief. Do they even have one? I feel like a lot of my opinions aren't even very like milquetoast. I don't have anything like super radical. Like we need to like destroy fucking I don't know, Bill Gates or something. I don't know. You lead. What's yours?
I don't know. For what it's worth, I'm not asking what the most radical one is. Just like the one you feel the most strongly about.
I will say I do love the concept of America. I think it's a great, like, it has the potential to be like one of the best countries in the world. I'm sorry, okay, sorry. But the way things are right now, not exactly giving form to that belief.
What makes you feel that way? Not about America's current state. I mean, like its potential or whatever. The concept of it. What is the concept of it actually that you're referring to?
Just that I feel like it's the one of the few places, maybe that's being a little extreme, but definitely a place where it allows you to be like your best self as best as you can be, just in terms of like whether you want to, how you want to express yourself, like, you know, freedom of speech, obviously, and freedom of expression. But the way that the place that starts getting messy is like with states' rights and stuff. But to some extent, you know, you could always try to find a way to like get to a state where, you know, you'll like fit in more, I guess. You'll be able to like be around people that you want to be around. That kind of like freedom of like movement, even though there isn't a lot of freedom in it, because, you know, the whole meme of like LOL just move is a real thing. But theoretically, I think it really is. I feel like you just have a lot of opportunity here, versus a lot of other places, it feels like.
Hello, fam. Someone's in my chat. What about that is conceptually exclusive, or like whether that's strictly exclusive or like whatever? What about that is like, conceptually exclusive to the US? Cause like, yeah, I'll say that later.
I think it's mostly just like, I can't speak for, because I don't know exactly what goes on in like the fucking UK and shit, but some of the stuff I see out of there is kind of funny. Like, and I won't mention this actually because it was like a fucking
Oh
like
my life.
news article, like thumbnail shit I just read. I didn't actually read the article itself, so I don't know for sure. But it feels like there's a lot of like restrictions or God, I I do want to bring it up though. I do want to bring it up though because it feels relevant to what I'm thinking about.
I mean, you
It's
can
like
just do it with the disclaimer that you don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about. Disclaimer. But it feels like with things happening in like the UK where like people get like fucking arrested. Or not even arrested. I think they like people come to their houses to like arrest them because they make like a joke about like somebody's like teacher fucking sucking or some shit. Things like that are kind of funny to me. But the way things are going now, like, I don't know, it doesn't seem too far off from what's going on over there, or for what could be going on here with like people getting fucking disappeared by ICE agents and shit for having the wrong tattoos on them and shit. But as far as like the business thing goes, I don't think I can really point to anything specific. I know jack shit about the economy.
I see. Also, you're correct, fan. That was Chef Guy. Are you thinking of more stuff to say? Or are you done, Rona?
I know I'm always done. If you have something you can say, you can. But I might just interject with something. If I do think of something, I'll just say it.
Okay. So, I don't know a lot about any country really. But from what I've heard about the US, I don't get the impression that any of it's Why the Aka are you alive? Thanks, Carl. It's that guy I mentioned earlier, anyway. From what I've heard, like, all of the ideals of, like, freedom and whatnot in the US have, like, always been a sham. I don't know. Like, maybe this just speaks to the propaganda I'm shoveling down my throat, but the US seems currently, and seems like it has always been, pretty awful in many ways as like a state. Yeah. I don't know. Okay. I don't know how to word this like at all. Sorry.
No, that's fine. I get it. I agree with you to like a certain extent. Like I feel like I would have to like think about it more because I don't think about it at all. But this is just like a vibe I have. I just feel like it has like a lot of potential. But there's so much fucked up with it.
Right, that's
But it has
point.
like, you know.
The thing is that I don't like it. I was gonna say I don't think, but that's nonsense. Flatly, it doesn't have any special potential to it because I think any place in the world could be just as good as whatever the best America could be by just like adhering to the same whatever socioeconomic systems would make America so good. Like I don't see any reason why America in particular is notable in that way. Like what prevents you from making the best form of America, like just doing that same kind of thing anywhere else?
I think there's like some things that get in the way, like possibly just like that America kind of has this advantage of it being like a mixing pot already, where it's like you have all these different cultures and different ethnics. Um, yeah, it's just like a whole bunch of different people coming together. And of course, there's always going to be conflict and between them, but it's I feel like it's on a scale that's way different than I think any other location on the world. Pretty much, like in terms of like just diversity, I don't think you find that in a lot of countries the way that we have it here. And a lot of people say like, oh, the great American experiment has failed. It's fucking not working, bro. But I don't think that's the case. I think like you look at it like places like here in like DC, like big, huge, the biggest. Okay. Like you go down the street, you see people of like all different creeds and colors. And, we all get along around here, I think, even though I think we have like not the highest murder rate in the country. I think like was it like third, fourth? That may have gone down lately. I'm not sure, but I feel like that. I feel like that's. I'm not saying that can't happen in other countries, but I think in terms of like America being able to like come is probably the closest to that than most other countries. I feel like places like Europe or like even like places like Japan or like think New Zealand and stuff. Like I don't think there's always going to be like my mind is frying. There's just not going to be enough, not enough, but not the same amount of like, diversity between cultures. And I think there's a lot of value in that just because it, spicens things up.
Sorry, I made a dumb mistake. Wait, I've never been here. God, I'm really bad at thinking right now.
Playing Super Mario 64.
I think mostly it's just because I'm tired, but definitely partially that, yeah. Is this the one I was on? Yes. Okay, regarding the multicultural stuff, I guess my, gut reaction to this, and that's not necessarily the most fair, because I am very, bye Van, I am very, primed to, primed against the US and other such countries. Including Canada, if that has to be said. But what? Yeah, my initial kind of thought, no idea how accurate this is to just wonder, to what degree that sort of multiculturalism and stuff is the result of the US positioning itself as a cultural centerpiece in the world. If that makes sense. Its position as a colonialist project, and the fact that so much of culture, kind of, at least in like English speaking or English adjacent places, kind of revolves around a bunch of US created stuff. Like, to what degree do those sorts of factors contribute to people like coming to the US and such because of its status as like a, how do I word this?
Basically saying like because like Hollywood and things like that are such a big influence in like
Like, yeah,
other
there's
people's media, how like that influences their decision making, or how like regardless of how true it is, you know, that kind of messaging being sent out is leading people to like making the choice to come here.
yeah. So yeah, there's like the cultural stuff where a lot of media, it's like a big export, I guess you could say, from the US. But also like just the fact that it's a wealthy nation. Like by,
Oh, yeah, I
by
think
having the
that's-
systems that create wealth dynamics in the first place, and the fact that the US is a benefactor of those systems by being a wealthy state, like, to what degree do these factors kind of artificially manufacture the kind of diversity that you see in the United States? And to what degree, without these factors, would that be like pretty much just as likely anywhere else? No idea how valid that is.
Yeah, I was gonna say people definitely don't. Well, I would say probably most people don't come here under the ideas like, oh, I want to come to America because there's all these different cultures and stuff. I think it's just a consequence of like, you know, they're just being better opportunity for those types of people. So like, you know, people in Mexico trying to find higher paying jobs than they can in Mexico to send money back to their families. That being like the classic example. You know, if that wasn't the case, would they have any reason to come to America because it's like a cultural like center, like this melting pot? I don't think so. I think like wealth, like, or not wealth, but like the potential to make like a decent living for most people is like the big driving, like, you know, motivation for most people. But yeah, the consequence of that is the, you know, that multiculturalism, which I think is a positive outcome at the very least. I
I mean,
think.
sure. I feel like this may be wrong, but my hunch is that like a similar sort of effect would happen without systems that necessitate that kind of thing, because people would just be like, oh, this place seems neat, I want to go there. Because like I don't know, I feel like a lot of people would just want to go places. But I don't
That's true.
actually know.
Yeah, so far in like it's like tourism is concerned, you see a lot of that with people wanting to go to places like Japan and other places that I can't call to mind right now. Like Iceland and shit, just for like the views and things like that. Or actually, now I think about it, and this is probably just a result of my own ignorance, not knowing how people decide to go on like trips out of country. I do wonder how many people decide on like going to a place based on the cultural background of it, or just like the actual like potential for like scenic kind of experiences. I guess that is obviously going to depend from like country to country. Like for Japan, I think it's probably more the cultural side, versus like things like Iceland is probably going to be more the like scenic kind of things.
That's an interesting question.
But that's pretty much all I have to say. I think I don't know myself. And as far as like would that just happen, I think if a place like
just
America,
to clarify, sorry to interrupt, but just to clarify, I wasn't speaking about like tourism. I meant like people who just decide to live somewhere else because fuck it, why not? Kind of vibes. I don't know how to articulate that very well, but yeah, like I think I don't know. A lot of people just move to different countries to like live there because they think it's cool, and I feel like there's probably, especially with the internet and like the fact that cultures are so accessible from anywhere, I think that it wouldn't be too unlikely that people would just choose to live in another place without any of the currently existing like socioeconomic pressures that they face for real. Anyway, sorry. Hopefully you remember what you were saying.
I think I'm actually going to move off of that point I was making to say I think I might have just completely forgotten what I was about to say. Yeah. In terms of like the split between like people see like I don't know, what the fuck do people watch? They watch Power Rangers and they're like, holy shit, I want to be like the Blue Ranger and like be in San Francisco when a monster attacks or some shit. Like, versus like people who end up here because like they wanted to get like a, you know, like a top tier education or something. Things like that. Like trying to split between like opportunity and just like it's a good word for it. Enrapturement of like the American like
appeal,
ideal, I guess. Yeah. Of just like, oh, America, you know, New York City. Oh, you know, I don't know. In terms of like would America what is the question I'm even asking right now?
Like whether we get a similar amount of people? Question mark? Is this still?
Yeah, I don't feel like if America was like, if it was purely sold off of the idea of its like culture versus like its opportunity, I don't think we wouldn't have as nearly the amount of people here as we do now. I think the opportunity side of it is a huge factor. And I think now why America is able to offer that opportunity to people, like the education, like the, you know, the higher paying jobs relative to where they're coming from. I don't know. I would have to think about that. I think it's just because we're just like the GOAT for no reason. I don't know. Maybe it could be that like people do have that fascination with America like that, but I haven't been hearing it recently. Well, not of course recently, but you know, I hear less and less of it throughout the years. Maybe back in the day when it was like in the early 2000s and like 90s. I feel like I always saw clips of people in like fucking Germany, like, oh, America, Arnold Schwarzenegger, like, and all that, but I don't know how that is now.
I see. There's something I wanted to say. I'm gonna attempt to remember. Oh. I don't remember. Uh, I have no idea.
That's fine.
It was something.
By the way, thank you.
What?
Just as a quick aside, thank you for stimulating the mind. It's not every day people ask me, why it is I like the country that I'm in, or did. But it's nice to think about every now and again.
I'm glad that you feel positively about it. 'Cause
Even though I
was-
feel like it makes me feel like my brain is atrophied.
I felt a little worried, like bringing this up. Or not bringing this up, but like talking about it, because, like, pretty clearly from what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucked up. It's every little bit of the news cycle I catch is just like, what about them guardrails? What about them? Where are those at? Keep a democracy together. Where are they at?
Smile. I know I was gonna like preface whatever that thing I forgot was with something along the lines of like oh right, yeah, I remember. I'm like lately kind of thinking a lot about like, who is this person? One of the friends I know through. Good question, Alloyd.
One of the
s-
greatest persons.
One of my friends I know through Jan. Yeah. Anyway, I've been thinking a decent bit more recently about like majority versus minority, like social dynamics. And like one of the things that immediately came to mind when you were talking about why someone would want to go to Japan and how that's probably a cultural thing is like, not only is that a cultural thing, there's probably a lot of Orientalism involved in like making it out to be this foreign mystery zone or whatever.
Mystery.
Instead of just like a place with a different culture, which is, I guess, another thing with, yeah, whatever. Whatever. I guess I should say it, I guess, yeah. I think there's like, what are we talking about? Rona mentioned that, oh yeah, this is Ronan, by the way. Rona mentioned that he feels as though, or at least felt as though, the US has like a lot of potential to be one of the better countries. And then,
Rest in peace.
what was that?
Nothing. I said R.I.P., but I still
I
have
see.
faith. I'm still holding on.
But yeah, so then I started like asking him stuff about that and offering my sneaky little doubts, which it should be no surprise that I have. What does that mean? Like obviously the country's not in a good state right now. I guess that's kind of what I was asking Carl. Specifically, like I think my main sort of question was like, what makes the US special in that sense versus literally any other place? But anyway, um, I feel like I was saying something before this and I just rambled it out of mind. Whatever. Also, as for why I'm streaming right now, I guess I'm just committing to finishing this hack tonight because I'm dumb. That was such a bad angle. Ugh. I'm not sure if I finished this thought, so yeah, I was a bit worried in like talking about that stuff that it would come across as though I'm just like you dispute my anti-US rhetoric or something.
That's fine.
Do you have my chat open, Ronan?
I do not know.
I figured. Would you dare?
Do I have any agreeers in chat?
Well, Carl says, I'm honestly of the opposite opinion, which I'm not sure if that's
What?
to me or you.
Probably to you.
In either case, please elaborate, Carl. Also, there are currently 2 people in chat. Just for reference.
I'll bring it up.
They're not typing very actively. But yeah, it's probably for the best. Have you been continuing Llama Llama? Or did you stop?
Been looking at my desktop. It's still here.
Fair enough.
I've been looking at this note for 30 minutes.
Your pro-Western values, however you want to define those. What do you mean by that? You define them. Getting me to do all the work.
When I mean like potential to be a better country, what I think I mean is like, I think the kind of civil liberties that America offers to its citizens are like top notch. I think when I say that the country should allow you to be the best version of yourself, it's because of those civil liberties. But obviously, like we've seen, those need to actually be, respected in order for them to work. And if they're not, then, who gives a shit? And yeah, the fact that we have those civil liberties enshrined in like things like the Constitution, and for as big as a country that we are, and as powerful as we are, like as much influence that we carry, and we have those liberties, I think that's pretty important. But again, always got to bring up to recent events. If we're not the shining example of expressing those liberties, then it just rings hollow. Like I'm sure you can find like countries who offer like the same freedoms that we do in terms of like the whole freedom of speech thing, and other things like it. But to influence the way that we could by like driving other people in that same direction, where it's like, hey, everybody having the same like human rights is like pretty cool, like pretty important. And like maybe other countries should try to go along the same direction in like democracy, I guess. Not that I'm like married to the idea of democracy, but I think it's a pretty good system, I think.
I think the first part of that, Carl, is not. It's like a slight misunderstanding of what Ronan was saying. I don't think he's saying like think he's more so like making a theoretical argument in a vacuum. I don't think he's necessarily saying like what kind of you interpreted it as. I guess I'm speaking on his behalf, even though he has chat open now. Oops. But the second part,
I'm trying to read.
I'm very interested in elaboration on what you mean there. That's sincere, by the way. I'm actually interested in that. Also, not strictly unrelated, or not strictly related, but actually, never mind. I don't know how to say that at all. So, whatever.
I'm curious.
There's gonna be something about like American propaganda, such as being forced to like do the Pledge of Allegiance or whatever it is, like every fucking day at school, which is absolutely absurd that that's a real thing.
To be fair, I think we stopped doing that. I think, what was it? Was it like 5th grade or middle school? I think they just stopped doing it. I don't know if there was like if it was like a state thing where it was like, they didn't require it. Obviously, I don't think it's a federally required thing in school. I don't think it's a required thing
I
at all.
hope
It's just something people do for the sake of doing. But no, I don't think that's like a real thing anymore. Like, obviously, there are people who do it still. You know, the good old boy, types are still doing it probably for sure, but no. Still remember, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation.
The fact that you remember
Under
this is
God.
an indictment.
Good. Okay.
Like,
Appreciate you
for
stopping me,
real.
but I actually forgot like the last part. I just know in for liberty and justice for all.
Or
For all.
that sounds about right.
But when we
Carl.
say all, I just mean like some, like most of it. So, not all.
Here we go!
I actually don't disagree with the idea of a lot of the ideas being ill-defined. If I think I'm catching on to what you're saying, you mean like for example, like the Second Amendment, like the fact that there's such a fiercely debated thing kind of points to like, you know, this isn't like a great like we haven't exactly figured that out, like, you know, and it's like one of the biggest values for being like an American, pretty much, is like the Second Amendment. That's what everybody argues over.
Might be worth clarifying what the Second Amendment is.
Oh, that's
These are not.
am I stupid? Right to bear arms, right? Right
Okay,
to
that's
bear.
what I thought. But also, Carl is German.
Oh,
Well, effectively, arguably German.
arguably here. Yeah, and you're totally right about people like just being like purposely. If I'm also thinking what you're thinking about that misappropriation part, of people like deliberately misinterpreting like things to fulfill like,
I mean,
you know, like, goals. We've seen a lot
reminder-
of that in this administration.
Reminder of who wrote these ideals in the first place. Like
Well-
I don't know that it was misappropriated so much as it was just a lie.
That's true. It's, like I said, theoretically, these are all good ideas. How they actually end up being like executed is like a whole nother thing. But as to like who is trying this right now, I don't know. I guess my question would just be like, who is in the world currently? I hate saying currently so fucking much. Who in the world, maybe in like the past 10 years, has come as close as America to like possibly being, like the most being like pro-human sounds so fucking lame, but like
He's
just
such
like
an-
being like one of the quote unquote best countries, I guess. Nah, that's too vague, actually.
I think this. How do I word this without it feeling like some lame gotcha or something?
Just do it.
I think the fact that you're having trouble identifying what you're trying to say here, or like how to say it or whatever, is exactly the point, in a way, where I feel like there's a mythology to the US as being a champion of these sorts of ideals, but in reality it is not and never has been. And like, again, I'm not an expert on the US or any other like country or history or politics. I'm not an expert on like anything. But like, I forgot what I was gonna say. God damn it. I have no idea. Yeah.
I think I get the gist of what you were trying to say. You're basically saying like, well, yeah, basically what you said, because I can't, given like what's happening now,
No,
it's
no,
like,
no. Like, I guess what I meant is, like the fact that it's so difficult for you to identify what it is. Like, okay, sorry, I cannot think very well right now.
what it is that makes America, what I think makes America great. I can't point to anything like specific.
Somewhat. Close enough, maybe.
The thing is, I feel like I feel so lame bringing up like freedom of speech, because it feels like such like a nebulous example, I guess, because like there are obviously other countries that have like quote unquote like freedom of speech, I guess, but like obviously it's not like cemented in law anywhere. But I guess the idea is that even under, let's say, like Trump's administration, like despite like all the fuck ups and like the violations of the rights that we thought we had, apparently, for things like due process and shit, you still get some like pushback on it, right? It's not just like, okay, I'm going to like take 50 or however many the number was, like 50,000, but some absurd number of people, send them to fucking Venezuela and call it a day. Don't even give them their day in court to try to prove whether or not they were this gang member or not. It's insane that it just happened. It shouldn't have happened like that. and the country should be at the point where it shouldn't have even gotten to where it got to the point where it did, where they were able to send the planes over and not there's no like immediate consequences for it. But there is still pushback, and there are still, I would hope, very real consequences trying to come of that, I would think. But if I had to point to something, it would probably be something like that.
Speaking of that human-loving thing, Carl, I think that's something that I meant to respond to, but didn't. Especially with the US being like so kind of, it feels like a bit of a world hub for capitalism, which at this point is very like flagrantly exploitative and horrendous. Not that it was ever great, but whatever. And I guess like that kind of necessarily begs the question of like, how can something like, okay, this feels really lame,
human
but
loving was the wrong word for that, or the wrong term, I should say.
yeah, it's fair enough. I think like I'm not sure that there is, and like maybe I'm wrong. I'm not sure that there is a like at least prominent first world country, maybe. It's a cultural thing. What do you mean? Well, I guess, first of all, I didn't actually finish that point. What I was gonna say is that that is a fundamentally exploitative system which, like, with time drives itself further and further towards, like, exploiting even the people who are, or at least were, like, benefactors of it in a sense. Just because that's actively what's encouraged for people who are wealthy, because then that gets them more wealth. So what I was saying is just like, how can something that is so, like, adoring, how can a state that is so adoring of that system and so, like, synonymous with it in a sense, be considered people loving when it's literally, like, in its bones to exploit and disregard people? That's the thing I was trying to say. I don't know if that changes anything. Second, like, I'm not gonna say that other places are just as bad as the US, because not really. Or like the EU or Canada or whatever, I mean. Like, I don't know. I don't know how to say what I'm feeling. That kind of makes sense, Car. Ooh.
Here we go!
I see what you're saying. Although, I think saying that it's not an economic system thing, it's a cultural thing, is maybe overstating that point. Yeah, that makes sense though. Oops. Because like it's, well, I guess what I mean by that is that the system in question is not like good or fine elsewhere because the culture is different. It's still terrible. Which I assume you already like understand that. Oh, that's an oops. That's a new message. I didn't realize. I thought it was an old one. I don't know what. I don't know what that means, but I will ignore it. Capitalism W heaven, just that particular. What's the W heaven? I assume it's with, but I don't know what that means still. I assume it doesn't really matter because I feel like I understood the message at large anyway.
Here we go!
I think Ronum's doing some gaming.
Yeah, I'm just looking around on my tablet, looking at old pictures.
That's it's quite the autocorrect moment. I mean, like, okay. You're right in that it's like definitely more brutal in the US, and I guess I was kind of acknowledging that by calling US like synonymous with capitalism or being more ruthless in it or whatever I said. But like, I don't know if this is like technically relevant to what you're saying, because you might like implicitly kind of acknowledge this, but like my thought upon reading that is, sure, it might be a little better, like the system might work a little better for people over there, although it's still bad for those people. But like that doesn't really stop the fact that, or like change the fact that there's borderline, arguably outright slave labor going on a lot to make like whatever, however many products rely on that. Like it's not, these aren't local systems and there is mass exploitation happening outside of like that. I guess this is what I was trying to acknowledge when I was saying like the US or whatever country. I'm not actually sure you were here when I was saying this, Carol, but the US or whatever like similar first world country are benefactors of the fact that this is like a global thing. And this is kind of what I mean, where a lot of that exploitation and stuff is outsourced so that it's out of the view of whatever citizens of the US and such.
Yeah, I never really could get like really understand how I'm supposed to like reconcile, or how anybody is really supposed to reconcile the fact that, you know, the only reason we're able to buy any of the shit we have is because it is basically being produced by people who want to throw themselves off of the fucking building their manufacturing.
I mean, that's
And I guess
why
the idea, like the end goal would be to like automate those kinds of jobs, so
well,
you
it's
wouldn't
not
have a
it's not
person doing them,
fundamentally like exploitative and miserable for someone to build a house. It doesn't need to be automated in that sense. It just
Well, no, sorry, I wasn't specifically meaning something like that, or I was thinking more like phones and stuff, like Chinese labor and things like that.
I mean,
Or
there
like,
are people who are like interested in doing that stuff. I feel like a lot, maybe all of the work that is done inhumanely could be done totally humanely by just not requiring people to pay for housing and food and stuff, and paying them absolutely nothing because you can outsource that work to poorer countries where things aren't regulated. Like, I feel like it's not the work itself, but the conditions around it, which are the problem. And I would like to reiterate once again, I don't know anything.
That could be true. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think people would have an issue like being on like a factory line, putting like a quality assurance thing, like doing that every day if they weren't forced to bunk with their coworkers, wake up, go to work, go to sleep at the building they're working in and shit like that, just to survive.
That sort of thing is a little fresh on my mind, because, Carl, that video I sent you about, like, how AI stuff sucks, like, towards the start, it kind of goes over how companies will use that kind of, like, immensely poor paying, work from like people in third world countries and whatever, like that kind of stuff is happening to label the data sets such that they're usable with the stupid fucking ChatGPT, not ChatGPT actually, maybe, I don't actually know, but like with the image ones at least. People have to manually label those, like it's not automatic.
Oh,
yeah.
I think I remember the thing where you they have to do like, was it like 500 of them or something even before they can get paid to do it or something? Then they get paid like cents on the pennies for it.
Something like that. But yeah, anyway, yeah, it's just fresh in my mind because I rewatched that like literally earlier today. So I'm thinking about those kinds of garbo labor conditions. Anyway, I understand what you're saying in that most recent, like, longer message, Carl. But I'm not sure, like, what you're saying with it, if that makes sense. um, Complex systems are not being understood is a general problem, which this is the most prevalent example of it, recognized as such. I think I understand it. I think it's just somewhat wonky wording. You're just saying, like, we as societies, plural or whatever, generally don't have a good grasp on the socioeconomic systems we live under. And, like, that's the most prevalent example of that kind of lack of understanding of complex systems, which isn't just limited to it. Question mark? I don't know if that made sense.
I'm living proof of that.
You're doing better than a lot of people.
I don't know about all that.
I mean, upon hearing, like, the first sentence out of my mouth in this political discussion, you didn't go, I don't. I mean, this is like a whole big thing. I mean, so yeah, I would say you're doing better than a lot of people.
Appreciate it.
That would just be a different economic system. But otherwise, I think you're correct. If you want to call it that. Socioeconomic, like the government and laws and economies that we live under. Because, like, it's not just the economy, because it's intertwined with law and government, and also, like, even just social relations. So, like, I'm not like referring to oh, wait, what? Sorry. How's that not capitalism anymore? Because the incentive structure of capitalism is inherently about profit. Like, that's its whole deal. So to shift the incentive structure to instead be about people, I think would, like, definitionally just be a different system. I might be wrong on that. That's kind of the problem with me. Like, I know very little concretely. I just take in vibes and think about them, and then I output vibes.
There is so much to know about. I will say there are times when I routinely tell myself I'm going to study things like government and at least, like, capitalism, so at least I understand, like, somewhat the system I'm participating in, but every time I do, I fucking just end up playing video games. It's a fucking curse.
I see. It's fine that you're not participating in the conversation. It's quite understandable, in fact.
Give me a good book, Alloy.
Name one good
And it
book.
better
I
be
dare
good.
you.
It better be good.
Course 13. I can't respond to you right now, Carl. I'm too tired.
Sinking into the floor.
Oh, you're looking at it?
Yeah, I got the chat in the screen.
Yeah. I don't know if you've been watching the game, but yeah, this is what I meant. Like, you're just on flat plains and collect red coins, and most of the floor kills you. And it's just that for like almost 100 stars.
Good training for something.
Why are you so confident that that's something we won't get rid of? Okay, I've gotten all the stars.
Already?
Well, this is my second session, and I'm
Oh.
yeah. Is that all the stars in the hack? Yes, it is. Oh, no, is this a boss fight? What? No, wait. What the fuck? Where the hell did you go? That was not supposed to happen. Get back here, you little shit. That's King Womp.
So is that why they're called womps? So you get womped and you're like womp womp.
I don't think so.
Oh, it's just because they hit the ground.
I mean, I don't know. I didn't expect there to be like platforming in this. Thought it was just gonna be the
In
stars
my
and
Mario
then it
game?
ends. True.
Fuck off. It's like a rare holographic mirror for painting you would go into.
Yeah. Oh. Okay.
Oh my god, I was wondering why my controller wasn't working. It's because it wasn't on.
Unlucky.
What the fuck? This guy is not dying.
What guy?
Big blue guy.
Yeah. What?
Ugh. I hit him with a whip, he just doesn't care. Well, maybe that's my fault for just attacking somebody without knowing their
Instead of saying hi.
exactly. I missed. Oh god.
I really didn't think this pack would have an ending.
That was going forever. Or you get to like a
No.
white screen that's like you win, I
No.
guess.
Well, maybe something like that. But yeah, I was just thinking like I would get however many stars and then it would just be like, yep, it's over now. Nothing in particular happens. Great. Oh, this is miserable. Can I just like cheese this, please?
Did you jump off a cliff? I did. Oh my god.
Hour-long platforming section. Yay. I don't know what you want me to say, girl. Human and animal nature profit drive is just what we call it now. Like, well, I guess I just don't agree, maybe. But I'm not totally certain. I don't know. Is that the one I didn't engage with that you were referring to? What do I disagree with? That it's like inconceivable that we could. Like, I don't think that we're gonna get rid of that. Like, I guess that feels uncompelling to me in this context because that's about like an individual drive for number go up. Whereas the actual subject is like incentive structures of an economic system. And I don't, like, I'm not convinced that the latter is immutable. Or like, I guess you don't think it's immutable per se, but like, I don't know. I'm sure there are ways that we can remove that from things that directly negatively impact people's lives, and keep it to like funny sport and cookie clicker for the most part. But I don't know. Dude, I don't want to play this section. I don't know if that's coherent or even something I would agree with if I were more awake, but that's my best attempt at saying stuff. Like okay. I guess what I mean to say is that, like, yeah, people like number go up, but I don't think that that necessarily means that, like, I forgot how I was gonna say it, never mind. do I think drives people? I forgot how to. Profit is not number go up.
Skeleton take 3 hits.
What is okay? Acquire resource. Is there a meaningful distinction for like a billionaire? I guess is the relevant thing. Because like billionaires exist is the thing. Which I don't say that like presupposing your answer, to be clear. I'm saying that like your answer to the question isn't just, well, it's not just a hypothetical question because billionaires do in fact exist. Unfortunately. Oh my god. I hate it. And I guess like what I mean to say is that I guess that makes sense, yeah.
Received damnation. What? Jesus!
What?
Died.
Damn.
I didn't save.
Wow, what? Oh, let it end. I'm so dumb. I really don't want to do this right now.
You don't have to. Just in case you are, you don't have to stay up on account of me being here.
No, it's not that. It's that I committed to finishing this tonight. And I'm already up an hour late. And I'm literally right at the end. I think. There's only 1 star left, so I hope it's the end. Speaking of going to sleep, you should probably go to sleep, Carl. It's Right late. Would you be able to talk to Stripes more? You went to bed earlier? Went to bed and woke up earlier, of course. Huh, I see. Move in. Move in together. I'm glad I realized what was happening. Oh. Please be over. Boss Arena?
Can we join the Discord?
What?
And not say anything?
Hey, I recognize this room. What the Shigma?
Is this the Velvet Room?
They're in France. Damn. Oh, what is this? You fool! Thought you could escape to the other dimension again? I'm here to get my revenge on you, so you are in for a fun ride. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that was cool.
Oh.
It was like a driver.
Frame one.
It's cool they gave him different animations for killing you. He has the one where he puts you on the ground, the one where he throws you off the cliff. The one where he just shakes you really hard.
Die? Oh, it's multi-hit. I hate you. Oh, I cannot tell you how many times I pressed A. What?
That was an air combo? That was actually insane.
It was. Dude. Oh,
You could have leveled your speech so you could just convince him to blow himself up.
true. This like exact gimmick boss showed up in an earlier Star Revenge. Oh, it's only 2 hits. Oh darn, beaten again. I'll send you back into the regular castle. Don't want to anger Brodude more than he probably already is now. You won.
I would have made it 3. I think you could have done it one more time.
So was this just for fun? I guess so. Oh, there's a thing I forgot. I would not have made this boss. Would you have used it twice? Needs 55 stars. I haven't been in here. What? Ha, you probably thought there was gonna be a cool thing here, right? Epic fight, your freedom, or I don't know actually. What? Anyway, you are going back into that card. I actually really can't stand to have you around again. So just like this star here, freedom is out of your reach. Enjoy your endless stay in your card again, sucker. Okay.
Thank you so much for playing my game.
That's the ending of
That was sick.
Star Revenge.
Was that a squiddle? Or what do they call the squildren? Squildren?
Inkling.
The things from Splatoon. Oh,
But
yeah.
it took me a
Inklings, yeah.
moment.
You feel fulfilled?
Nope. No, I don't.
You
But
next time.
thankfully, this wasn't actually the finale of these playthroughs for me.
Small.
Because I haven't beaten Star Revenge 5.5. I also haven't beaten 4.9. I don't know if I'm ever going to do that for real. Anyway, yeah. So, hopefully I'll feel more fulfilled after beating 5.5. And then I can be like, yippee, I finished Star Revenge. Time to play the 333 star reimagining of Vanilla Mario 64 by Brodude. Yay. Okay.